The AXS price has recently had parabolic movement on its chart, and it has been growing exponentially, reaching a high of $150 in the last couple of days. SLP has also went from 6 cents to all the way to almost 10 cents and stabilizing at around 9 cents per token. But what actually caused this growth in both AXS and SLP is what you will learn today. Hello and welcome guys, it's Axie, and today we will learn why AXS and SLP is literally going to the moon and why you should be excited for this project. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying you to invest into AXS, but it can be a good idea if you did your own research. First of all, let's jump into the tweets. The last week has been packed of positive information for Axie Infinity, and the first one that we have is Ramp Network, which is currently hiring if you are interested, and they have enabled AXS and SLP to be purchased directly with credit and debit cards, Apple Pay, fee-free on the Ronin network. So it's making it much easier for new people to get into the game. Let's say you don't necessarily want to play Axie Infinity, but you want to breed. Before you had to put deposit in Binance, then send it to Ronin and do all of that stuff, and now you can just use your credit or debit card and have that deposited on the Ronin network directly, meaning there's a lot less friction and it's much easier for new people to get into the game and start playing with Axie Infinity, and also start the breeding process, which should maybe increase the SLP burn a little bit, as more people can use it for breeding without having to go through external exchanges. So that's the first great news that has impacted price positively in the last couple of days. The second great news that we have is Sky Mavis was running a Series B fundraiser for fueling the play to earn revolution, and they have raised 152 million in the Series B, and these are some of the companies that have backed them in this endeavor. So one that stands out is FTX, which is the main sponsor of TSM if you are following the esports community. Samsung Next. We also have Axel, which was very loud about it on Twitter, and a lot of other companies that I'm not aware of, but are probably very well established if they are sponsoring a project like this for such amount of money. They have raised $152 million, as we have already said, to create economic freedom for gamers. The funds will fuel the growth and development of Axie Infinity and Ronin, our scaling solution for digital nations. The biggest project that we are excited about when it comes to development of Axie Infinity currently is the Ronin exchange. Now that will enable new players to get into the game much easier. We are hiring missionaries to join our movement. That's interesting. We can look at that as well. And when Axie was born in February 2018, almost nobody knew what an NFT was, let alone an Axie. Today, NFTs have permeated mainstream culture, and Axie is the largest NFT project of all time. Together with our community that spans every corner of the earth, we started a movement that will redefine the nature of work. This is what an Axie looked like in February 2010. We've built Axie with our community by ours every step of the way. So just a bunch of code. Now, there's a lot of writing about what NFT was and how they're building a community, but what I'm saying here is that it's very exciting that they have managed to raise such an amount of money, and they can use it for further development and growth with Axie Infinity. You can see some of the artwork from artists. They are very talented. You can check it out on the Discord channel. Plenty, and I mean plenty, of very talented Axie content creators, artists, music creators, and animators as well. Our community is at the center of everything that we do. And there is, let's look at the future of work as well. Society often talks about work and play as separate and even opposite activities. Gaming is served by companies as well-deserved break from a hard day's work. Players become customers when they spend their earnings for a chance to play and enjoy themselves. As a result, it's no surprise that traditional gaming business models are extremely lucrative. One side differs that disproportionately favor the game creators who have sole ownership of the game. We believe in a future where the line between work and play are blurred, and a future where players and game developers live, work, play, and build together. And you can see some of the top collections, and Axie Infinity is still at the top, and with 6 million sales, and CryptoPunks in second, and then it kind of drops off when it comes to the total volume. Leaving our mark on history, we have grown from 38,000 daily active users in April to over 2 million today. Now that's the other great news that I was about to tell you. There's a tweet about it, but since we are here, they have managed to reach 2 million daily users, and that's even more impressive when you look at the October 2020 statistic where they only had 200,000 active users monthly. Now they have 2 million daily. Now that's just insane. 2.2 billion in volume trading on our proprietary NFT marketplace. The invention of scholarship model is redefining the future of work and has created hundreds of thousands of jobs in countries severely impacted by the pandemic. The one that comes in mind is the Philippines. A lot of people have managed to make some sort of sustainable income through the scholarship model, whereas they wouldn't be otherwise. Many other countries could be helped with this model, where pandemic has impacted them severely. Some that come into mind may be Brazil, India, some countries of that sort where there is a lot of people and the population is quite high, and there might be not enough jobs being created. Over 2 million wallets and $4.5 billion in total value locked on Ronin, our Ethereum sidechain, gifted over 100 million of AXS tokens to 10,000 of our founding community members. Now, that figure is actually 150 million, I believe, with the current AXS price at $150. You can see a photo from the community gathering that they had at New York, Bryson and G-House here, and there was about 400 people in there. Here they talk about 152 million being raised, and the road ahead, which we want to get into, the Axie Infinity origin, the upgraded battle system. Now that's what we are waiting for. It's getting better every day. It will feature upgraded art, animation, mechanics, and allow people to try Axie for free before buying their own team. So you can see why it is important to have enough SLP, enough Axies on the marketplace when they release at the exchange that allows you to get into the game and then test it for free with Axie Infinity Origin. So that's in the pipeline for the foreseeable future. The release of Ronin Decks, I have already mentioned that. Continued development of Project K, land-based game that will allow you to harvest resources. Each Axie is a ticket to an ever-expanding collection of experiences, and that's it for this article. So a lot, and I mean a lot of good news just coming from this, the money that they have raised and the road ahead. The last thing that I want to mention about AXS and why it has such an impact on the price lately is the staking dashboard. Now, the staking dashboard is in its very early development, but it is something that they have released recently, and it has been a huge upside for the whole project. Now, the total amount of AXS staked is 13 million AXS, which equals out to be $1.84 billion. Now, the current circulating supply is 61 million AXS, so about 20% of the circulating supply is being currently staked. So you can see that people do believe in this project as they want to lock their AXS and then make some more from it as well. Now, the total supply that will ever be released by Axie Infinity is 270 million AXS, but they don't release it all at once, so there's not just too many AXS circulating. They will release it over time through the leaderboards, through staking, and some other projects that they have. Now, they have put aside 2 million AXS for the first month of staking, which is just insane, and the estimated rewards currently stand at 180% APR. Now, this will probably go down to about 70 or maybe 100%. That will be a little bit more sustainable. Depends on how much AXS they will be releasing through staking in the upcoming months. But in the first week, the estimated rewards was at 340%, which is very high, and that's why a lot of people got excited, bought AXS and started staking it, and that's why you see a huge spike in the price. And now, will the price go down? Will it go up? You never know, but there is a lot of things going on with Axie Infinity that just looks very bright when it comes to the future of this project. So that's my thoughts on this idea, and that's where we will end it. That's pretty much it for this video. I mean, AXS is skyrocketing when it comes to the price and going from $50 on September 21st all the way to $150 in just 2 short weeks. And if you want to scale it back all the way to 2020, which doesn't seem that far ago, that long ago, just a year ago, you could get an AXS for 40 cents if you just believed in the project and into the developers. Now, there was a lot of complaints in August. People were complaining that AXS was not growing, the SLP was going down a spiral that we would never pick back up. But I think this is more than enough evidence to see that developers still care about this project and that we should be excited for what they have for us in the foreseeable future. And they haven't dumped this project, and they are still working on it every single day to make it better. So a little bit of an exciting video. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a shout in the comment section down below. Consider subscribing to the channel to see daily Axie Infinity content, and also give this video a thumbs up as it does help out, and I will see you in the next one.